Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to episode 22 of the Tim Tebow Dynasty. In today's episode, we have a home game against the 1-1 San Diego Chargers. We're 2-0 coming into the game after pretty dominant wins over the Panthers and Steelers, so hopefully we could do the same against the Chargers today. One big goal for today's game is to cut down on my interceptions. Last game against the Steelers, I threw 4, so hopefully I can get that down to 0 or 1. Either way, I want to cut down on those turnovers. And on the last episode, I mentioned that I want to get Maurice Jones-Drew more involved in the game, average him around 18 to 20, 22 carries per game. So hopefully this game I can get him more involved, and we can control the clock better than having high-scoring games every week, because I don't think our defense could handle that. Last year, our offensive line averaged about 8 sacks per game, which wasn't great. So right now, after 2 games, we've clearly improved with only averaging about 3.5 per game. So hopefully we can continue on that trend and average less sacks this year, because it really shuts down our offense when our offensive line is giving up so many sacks.
When that running back makes that secondary move, you got to be there to make the tackle. Swarm the football. That's how you stop long runs. 1st and 10. Back to the ground. Goes to the left. Tackled at the 20.
So I know I've been calling a lot of the same play over and over again. We're trying to mix it up with new plays so that the defense can't just continue to know what we're calling. But a lot of it's going to be a lot of those misdirection plays like I just called with that fake to the fullback, toss to the running back play. I think those work pretty well.
You got to be creative when you get in the red zone. We'll see what the offense calls. And a flag is down. Intercepted.
So at this point in the game, I was just trying to force it to Justin Blackmon in the end zone, which was a bad play by me. But luckily there's a flag, so hopefully this goes our way. All right, so we get that play back because the defense jumped off sides.
The Jaguars come to the line of scrimmage and empty out the backfield. Everyone split out wide. Good play call that time by the offensive coordinator. Down inside, when you're inside that 20-yard line or the red zone, find ways to complete the pass. They did that time. No margin for error from just outside the goal line.
Yeah, Maurice Jones-Drew just missed his hole. He should have scored a touchdown right there by cutting it up, but decided to keep running to the outside for some reason.
Plug up the middle here on the goal line. 2nd and goal. And he's going to be brought down. The Jaguars now facing 3rd down. A week ago, they were up to the challenge in these spots. Gains about 3.
All right, so it looks like the Chargers jumped off sides once again, saving us from a 4th down.
Players from both sides making an appeal, but the officials saw it on the defense. The Jaguars lined up. Everybody split out wide. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown.
All right, that was a solid play by the rookie receiver, Zach Meile, in the getting open in the back of the end zone. Another touchdown for him this season.
To now a receiver in the slot. Gains 11. When you're backed up, there's just so few plays that you feel comfortable running. That time, nice job by the play caller. Gave the offense a chance, and they picked up a big 1st down.
One thing I forgot to mention is that before the game, our team traded our starting right guard for a new middle linebacker, Demario Davis. I don't know what the point of that was. He's only 1 overall better than our current starting middle linebacker. And we needed help on our offensive line at right guard to begin with. So now our backup right guard becomes our starter, and then we signed third-year man out of Michigan, Stephen Schilling, who's a 73.
Leading, just stick it on him. Quarterback throws it too far in front that time.
They come to the line on third down. They did an excellent job of executing in these spots last week.
So after those first two games, I had high hopes for my defense this league. But honestly, we're fifth worst in passing yards allowed, and we're bottom 10 in points allowed. So we're not getting to the quarterback. We're not getting any interceptions. Our defense needs work. I don't know if you guys missed it because you're listening to my great audio, but I just shook off that sack and completed the pass.
In the slot. First attempt challenging the defenders to the right side.
As much as these guys practice during the offseason, training camp, during the week.
But I guess that trade for Demario Davis at middle linebacker is supposed to improve our defense. I don't think it has, but we'll see how this game goes.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Jones-Drew's going to take the handoff now.
All right, so we're up 7-0 heading into the second quarter. So far, pretty good.
The offense heads to the line for the seventh play of the drive. He'll throw it over the middle. Pass is made, and it's incomplete. The hit.
So out of the 6 receivers on our roster this year, 2 of them have expiring contracts, Cole Beasley and Griff Whalen. Hopefully they get re-signed. We'll see how this season goes. But the one receiver I want gone is Ace Sanders. He drops a lot of passes, and it's real irritating.
The offensive line can't stop the defensive pass rush. Then you have your running backs hit a defensive lineman before they go out for the pass.
The Jaguars come to the line with 5 wideouts and no one in the backfield.
I always thought Mercedes Lewis was going to be one of the better tight ends in the league. Back in 2010, his 5th season in the league, he had 58 catches, 700 yards, and 10 touchdowns. So I thought he was going to continue developing. I'm not really sure what happened to him after that because he played a couple more seasons in the league and then just disappeared.
Under fire all day.
All right, never mind. Mercedes Lewis is still in the league. The last 3 seasons he's played for the Green Bay Packers, where he's getting like 7, 15. I think this year he had like 9 catches all year. So he's still playing, but he's just not living up to the expectations I had for him when he got drafted in the first round and after that pretty impressive 2010 season. All right, that's something I still need to work on is my deep throws accuracy because a lot of times I'm overthrowing Golden Tate on those long, deep balls. I don't know if he's just slow or if that's my fault, but I need to continue to work on that for sure.
Blackman's lined up now as a slot receiver. They're going to get him here for a sack.
Well, it's just a race against time, isn't it?
That's one thing my offensive line struggles with is picking up the blitz. A lot of times we'll let one man run through, and I barely ever have time to pass. Same thing they struggled with last season. So I don't know if I have to start having in an extra blocker like a tight end or my running back, but I have to figure something out.
Well, that's going to hurt him tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. When you get hit like that, you're going to feel some of that pain tomorrow. But the good news is, I think he's going to be okay. And once he gets a little situated there, I think he'll be back in the game.
All right, so it's about 4th and 2 at around midfield with just over 2 minutes left in the half. I want to score and tie it up before halftime, so I'm going for it here.
Escaping the pressure, bringing the play to an end.
Bad play call that time by the defensive coordinator. It's 4th and short. There's only a couple plays you know the offense is going to run. They were not ready, and they give up a big first down.
Makes the reception and picks up the first. Offense lines up here. Forgot to catch the football.
One of those rare drops by Justin Blackman.
You don't see it often in today's game. These gloves these wide receivers wear, my gosh, anybody could catch it. I don't know how he dropped it.
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. The defense gets a sack.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit here. You want to stop.
Again, my receivers weren't getting open, and they were pushing through the line, so I was trying to scramble out of there, and I ended up getting sacked.
This has been a long drive so far. Tebow's got it in the gun. Ball's going to be incomplete. A hit knocked the ball out.
Defensive coordinator.
A little surprised that rookie Zach Meeil dropped the ball there because has pretty reliable hands. All right, so the kicker missed that field goal just right. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt us later. All right, so after halftime, we're down 14-7. Hopefully we can turn it around this half and take a lead. Are you tired of other pizza joints not being run by Jabba the Hutt-like creatures as their name would advertise? Well, if you want pizza that tastes good, head on down to your local Papa John's. It's where pizza tastes good. They also deliver. Papa John's is not a sponsor of this video.
Well, when your team is behind, what do? Just come out there and get a first down. That's a nice job by the offense.
Jones-Drews lined up in a single back formation. They'll stay on the ground on first down. That's second down coming up. Tebow looking long, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice job by the defense.
And there's another instance where I'm looking deep for Golden Tate, and I just overthrow him in the end zone, which would have been another touchdown.
Heading to the line for a third down play, and this was something they specialized in last week, converting in these situations.
Terrible job by the quarterback. It's third down.
All right, so it's 4th and 5 at the 37-yard line. So our kicker missed a field goal earlier. Let's give him a second shot. Bring us within 4. Previously, he missed wide right. Now he missed wide left. 0 for 2 for today. Not great.
They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. Maurice Jones-Drew gets it here to the 25.
All right, so Maurice Jones-Drew is actually having a pretty solid game. They're going to focus in on him pretty soon because he ends up with only about 14 carries, I think, because we stopped giving it to him because he starts getting shut down.
They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
At this point, he has 10 carries for 57 yards. He ends the game with 14 carries for 57 yards. So that kind of explains why we stopped giving it to him. All right, so it's 4th and inches at our own 29-yard line. I thought it was a smart move to go for it here because it's a no-brainer that we should pick up a couple inches. But kind of backfires on me. And now we're down 21-7 because they capitalized on that horrible turnover we just had. At this point in the game, I start to figure if my receivers are going to keep dropping passes, if Jones-Drew's not going to pick up yards when I'm expecting him to pick up the yards, I'm just going to make stuff happen with my legs.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play. He's looking to the right here on this throw. That reception gave them the first down. To the ground here. Offense lines up here. Looking for an open receiver on the right. He's brought to a halt.
Well, you get a couple first downs on a drive. It just, of course,
Golden Tate is with that one receiver that I really like on our roster that I have struggles with getting him involved in the game. Because at this point, I think he has 3 catches so far, but he ends the game with 3 catches for 31 yards. It's a real struggle kind of trying to get him involved because I feel like I'm trying to force passes to him. And a lot of times I either overthrow him or he just drops them when he gets hit. So it's frustrating, but I'm going to keep working at it.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Tebow's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Gain of 16. The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. The final touchdown is drawing close. Blackman's a receiver in the slot. Tebow's back in shotgun formation. Gain of 6.
All right, so we're down by 10 in the fourth quarter. I still think this is a winnable game because if we score here and our defense makes one stop, then we get the ball back and we could score or either take it to overtime. So it's still a winnable game at this point in.
I like this. Show some patience. Don't try to get it all one play. Pick up first downs and try to go down the field and score.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. He's got some daylight. He steps out.
Well, good job that time by the defense getting pressure on the quarterback, but you can't let him break the pocket. Look at this time. He breaks the pocket. He's looking down the field. Nobody open, so he decides.
So from Tebow, we're not rushing with him as much as we did last year. Last year we averaged 78 yards per game rushing. This year we're only averaging 59. So we're taking a step back and trying to be more of a pocket passer instead of trying to just run when our first option's not open.
I think that's the hardest pass a defensive back has to defend. The long throws down the field. You have to wait till the last second to make your play. That time the defensive back did it. What a play.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
All right, so this is a crucial 4th down for us. If we don't pick it up here, it's basically the end of the game.
That's a gain of 8.
Jones-Drew makes a catch, and he gets clotheslined by our own player.
Go for it on 4th down here in the second half. Even though they're losing, the defense should have known that that play was coming, and they should have stopped it.
Justin Blackman hauls it in. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Touchdown. That'll close the gap. A good game to watch today.
All right, so we scored. Was over 3 minutes left in the fourth, but our defense couldn't make one more stop. So we never got the ball back, and we lose. All right, that was an upsetting loss. Kind of wish I had one more shot at it. But we'll move on to our next game, which is going to be against the Bengals. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And check out one of our other videos.